updates.
Uganda mwenna jemuli bwe mbera jalimu mbakutya tibane tuwegera okubanga tutya Allah twegera okubanga tumusinza tumwesigamire era kubanga tusamubera ina kitamu embera itambula mu gwanga ya bintu bingi bitambula amawulire imanje gatambula
naye twogere ko
statement ziri bbiri ezogeza bana Uganda obwa maziri bbiri tezemsomeni zakoze mu wiki eno kuna kwamba tuziwaka kubega yakola statement esoka ku songa yettaka yakola report ikizindi Uganda Land Board kireyo bali mu mateeka biye kola byonna binakubanga nalagira sek neba ministers benga bayingira mu nsonga muno kuba yomu yavayo nagamba lagenda kusotalo ku nsonga z'okuba nti enguzi erwanisibwa kubanga ekudde gye mu nsi ya Uganda naye twalabyeko olwo Minister Mulamba Dr. Musenero abantu baranise okumala bamwebuuza bakomplaininga baliwo abatakize bagamba olwo ensimbi zeyagulankanyaawo izo javuye nabo nagamba nti mumugendeko mpola era nga ebinaavayo bibaga si birungi munampulira akanfaamu
era ini yemu nennakalema gyakutte nti bantwale mu kooti Museveni agaye nti ono decorated gen awumere decorated gen
nawe genda kuya decorated gen
naye nze mbagamba
naye leero muzeyi nga tolina kugenda ku kyatugamba era suuti mashallah ngonyiridde.
Yes, you have to be a smart man. You see this thing is happening. I don't want to waste smart time.
Yes.
Yesterday, I think my mother watched the program.
Yes, son. A program
when I went there,
comment says you.
She is no longer yakweso bulwadde.
Bambi.
Kakati teyayogedde kugulu. Yagambye nafuuka baby sikyasituka. Baba amugambye nti why that man is avoiding to come and see you.
Kubanga buli kyomugamba nti kugulu.
Yes, she was scaring me to go. Singati wagenda wa mukama wo. Kugulu kwa mwenkulira.
Atenga mutuufu.
Wajjayo ki? Tulina kye wajjayo kundesya bizibu.
Kuleta bulesi bizibu.
Maye Abaganda banjawulo. Abaganda boogenda mu gavumenti ya Amin n'ogifunamu tebakulumba. Kuba oyina kyewakola
kyewafunamu
era batera okugamba nti yanoonyeza baana be kamuwogo
wekiri
naye bwogenda mu bantu ne kamuwogo ne
kabulayo era babuuza kati wakimaki
abagonde kakati maama Fina gulaba mulumba ne bannaddiini tebamulumba bamuyita n'abagulira emmotoka
kituufu.
Do you know that maama Fina bamuyita ku mikolo gya fundraising egya church?
Ndika naawe
yes
kubanga ayinamu
waliwo lwe yagenda n'asplitinga olukiiko lw'aba lokole ntuttu nga baga nti eno shiriki
abulanga bagamba
omwawule n'abaga nti nze atalina mmotoka bagingulidde shiriki ebeereeko shiriki mungulidde kimu abatali. So when somebody benefits into something mbagamba that's a violent marriage. A violent marriage must be beneficial to the family. Muyinza okusacrificinga mwannyina mmwe nemugaa nti agende abeereyo omusajja amukuba naye tufunyeemu mmotoka ffe tuzivuga emirimu ffe
tukoze emirimu abaana basomye
senga ayinza n'okujja naga nti gwe fuluma nze nga fumbe. A violent marriage must be beneficial from the family. Politics is who gets what and where.
Politics kulya
but owabano you must be a hunting dog for somebody. Oba you must be a slave and master. Nti gwe akakiiko ka president bwe kajja somebody takes the money gwena kukola nga nkola nti why don't you give me my budget sigendayo kakati ekyokubiri I'm under intensive pressure to leave this country.
Why?
Fact one international organization told me to leave, but I told them I cannot leave, I will die here. Let the killers be there. No. I had a meeting, but Mirundi has so many enemies. No, I have only one enemy.
Who is that one?
He is known by the population. Let him kill me, he will be punished. Ate yabuka mukiswa. Does he come from the anti here? Even on Sunday where they went, they told him that the president has directed when you harm that man, you will face problems. This man does not create your problems. In fact, I didn't create their problem. When each abantu bachimbuza, gwatava mu lutalo kiki. Abaana abo bajozi. They are suffering from their problems. They have two issues that are not easy to abandon. For Abaganda batugamba, ti omukazi anakussa omulaba mu ekyenjawulo.
Omukazi anakussa.
Yes, atava ku mulungi
afaawoza.
Afambale. But because you don't want to abandon, they have two. Tebayinza ku abandoninga organic trade where one human being fetches $1 million. That's why everybody is involved. Tebayinza kukkiriza. Two, President's ambition is reserved. They can only control their ill-gotten wealth when they yes. Who can protect their wealth?
Okay.
This is why Uhuru Kenyatta is fighting. Yes, he's the richest man. So if this man is a thief, who is the property will snatch first? How have the Kenyan ruling families maintained their wealth?
Their wealth, okay.
The Bbomu government. Germany, West Germany and Britain contributed a grant of £500,000 which was given to Kenyatta as government, and in Kenyatta, who was known as a communist, became a capitalist. Kenyatta ichi yakolanga Idi Amin. Idi Amin yagaba amaduka nalaba jjo bamulaba. Singa gagaba ku mulembe guno bakyaba ali gafunyi. Don't answer.
I can't answer.
Idi Amin's problem ye yakitira. Hitler yakwata ebintu by'Abayudaaya n'abigaba batufu. If Idi Amin had identified capable people, economy yali tambudde. Two, the international community was worried about another example. Nabagamba nti ogundi Majambere yali asiba mipiira ekigali nga mukwano gwa Habyarimana n'ajinga ne Rwanda egobe. Even Kenya said the Indians who are going, they are not going to be a dumping place. Kyolaba omusajja yayimba nti Abanyarwanda n'Abayindi baagobwanga. Ebyo byonna Idi Amin abijjuludde. Obote had the plan. All Africans we were faced with a challenge. Africans fought for independence to control the economy, but they cannot be capitalists. Obote kyeyakola teyatampalinga na agriculture, modernizing agriculture. Obote yagamba we cannot modernize agriculture. Is where the largest employer fetugereka miwendo gyaki beni kiwanuka yagereka muwendo gwa mwanyi kakati bambano baze mu modernizing agriculture toyinza kudya mutamivu n'omuwa kugabula mwenge ku mpaka
era abayina kugwenya
yasooka okunywa
bukiri
buli kye bakoze kyonna liberalization basooka bibba kubanga bali apartheid. Kakati bano abaana bayina bad strategy. They don't understand me. Their first strategy was to incite Museveni against you.
Okay.
But Museveni is a muyekera. Did they expect that Museveni would call me to listen to the tape? A first meeting he followed and he said Mirundi must attend. Banonya 5 billion bazibu. Nentwe yako nentwe. Bali banebe kwese mumba we 5 billion. Never so called me mumba we 5 muziba wandi.
Ngozi
jo. Badoke. Zindimbo yamu. If he wanted to get access to this money, he would go to New Vision. Pumbavu. Do you give me a job? Kakati nimba kuba. Karibu nimba kuba. Mirundi is facing a number of illegal gold suits. Nekagenda mu switching off for bali bakase. Bali bapetense ne balumba kitaye wako ne bamugamba addeyo mangu. Bali bakubye kitaye wako nga bamwasiza omutwe. Program ne
bazizako.
Public demand. Nabaga nti I'm like a stubborn boy who molests girls at school. And when I'm sacked or dismissed from school, the girls stage a strike. Bagala mbatigeti. Baga mvuma kakati today, what's their challenge? The man refused to talk to us. Why should I talk to you? Mbubagala ntule nabo bamburayi bingi. Businesses galenge itamu.
President's
ambition is I cannot. Now, I was watching a professor talking to somebody. Museveni gave you money to give it to me and the lawyer. An arrogant man put the money away. And the professor told him, you laid stones on a carpet and you fell on it by snatching this money.
Okay.
I watch them every day. Era mwene simu yange mulimu abazungu abogera oluzungu. There is an international spying agency. But they have helped me. I also hear what they say. Yes. Very good English. Bogera. Kakati bana abana nkubulya nkonkoloding. Ewaffe waka. Ati ne bagija ku option yesembayo. Sitabu him economically ajja tufukame. That's what he told the professor. I want him to come on his knees. Gentlemen, let me tell you, I'm Imandwa. When we talk about these things, you don't know. Yesterday we had a meeting at home. My brother was celebrating 41 years in marriage. Church leaders asked me, why don't you attend the church service? He said, you fight for Catholic battles, you have defeated the book. I said, yes, but I'm Imandwa. A man who cannot kneel with anybody. A man who comes from Okubandwa.
A man that was a
man that was a man who you are elevated from a human being to a superhuman being. I'm not an ordinary person. In fact, I told you I wasn't supposed to work.
Yes, my
mother had to appeal. The man and knew.
Yes,
I was supposed to work. Kakati yalowooza. Naye mwe mutule wansi mubuuze. Evaluate. You see the problem with Africans. They kakati ono musajja wa Ethiopia. Alwanye n'alwana. Batuuse omutwala. Ng'aga tuteese. Ate Africa is in problems. Why? Your headquarters, they decided in 83 because America frustrated Gaddafi from becoming the chairman of African Union, they got to furnish for Addis Ababa. The fire is from Addis Ababa. Where can African leaders find the solution to Addis Ababa? This must be a very important strategic man. The achiever collab African. They are watching when the headquarters is burning. Because under their rules, they must sit in Addis Ababa. Who can run in Addis Ababa now?
Nobody.
Right? But wasting a lot of resources. Professor, I'm Imandwa. You cannot starve me. Nemugamba abantu bannate bamuwa ssente tebakola ki. Tetwayagala ssente za Museveni tuzikuweeke. Ssente za Kalulu n'azitwala. Manja miliyoni 7 n'alulya. That same man na making sure nti nze buli kasente kange konna akalya. But let us evaluate. Mukoze losses maker. I hear them talking. The man killed our business. Am I revenue authority? How much money have you spent on lawyers? How many meetings are holding every day about the organic case? I saw we are panicking. Didn't you attend a meeting 5 years ago at Colony Inn with your chairman? When you raised the issue of concern of your security, the chairman told me raised the possibility of Mirundi exposing you. Dr. Wawiya raised the issue with the chairman, who was luring him into this trade. Okay. And the man told him, Mirundi is going to be sorted out within a very short time. Have I been sorted out?
No.
Mr.
Tamale,
I understand. I'm not. Nobody will force me in this country. Emandwa tesobola kufukamira muntu.
Wow.
You get my money. You see, when you antagonize a Mandwa, what happens? When you antagonize a Mandwa and you concede that the Mandwa was innocent, you pay. We call it okutegula. Where do you take okutegula? In the Masanganzira. Crossroads. Ekigambo ekyo kitegeera. Kyetuyita Masanganzira. Enzira is a Kirundi word. I don't know where the Baganda got it. Amasanganzira. Crossroads, where all the people meet. Those with the fortunes, those with the sins, those with what? Today's Masanganzira is the bank.
Hey.
Yes, put my money on the bank. I want compensation. This take a cash No. Compensate me.
Okay.
But fighting for me, consider the losses. Have you ever been isolated the way you are? Have you ever been put under house arrest? You have been put under house arrest 3 times. Then it means the person you are fighting is strong. I'm a mandwa.
Okay.
A mandwa tujisobola. You cannot fight a mandwa. I'm a superhuman. Yes. When you look at, you see, these people are playing with education.
Okay.
I normally talk about education. Why? No, I don't attack at the facility. I'm a trained in Uganda, man. I respect the elders.
Okay.
Yes. Why? But Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Local Government, we call them social service ministries and sports. They are normally foreign affairs. When you have problems with the image, a country's image, you get a female foreign minister. Like Amina in Kenya, when these people were fighting the ICC, the Uhurus, immediately the woman helped them in Rwanda. When Rwanda had a problem, Mushikangabo helped them.
Okay.
These days, even the Minister of Defense is a woman. Why? That a woman is to go to war because Azala.
Yeah. Abanekisa
kingi. Omukazi ogenda ku lutalo. Abaana bano.
Alumirirwa
abantu. Kati modern times, ba minister, ba defense babeera bakazi.
Okay.
Not to go to war.
Sikutanuza ntalo bikaseera.
Abakazi are being promoted. Nabaganda waliwo omukazi nga bamuyita Chocolino. Yali malaya ngalinga bad black. Nebe baggulawo olutalo lwa Saddam. Yabaga nti he was a member of the Italian Parliament. Don't go to war. Okay. Send me to Saddam. I will spend the night with him. And he will pull soldiers from Kuwait.
Okay.
Attend the Saddam Teyagan. Kakati njagala okubuulira. These children are sitting exams. So the certificates will be recognized by who? Who is going to recognize these the exams? Mengo did it because of your Mengo. To cheat people. Who has said, who are going to recognize them, is an enslavery means to tell you that those who done well in the exams have been given scholarships in schools, their schools. Kabusenga was fighting the St. Lawrence because they had constructed the buildings, his buildings. That's why they concentrated. Kumusajja eyali omubambi nga wa clinic abaana yabazaala ati abaana basoma bajjaga ne bamwebambako the intention was to kill St. Lawrence abaana baddukire luddawo muli akabusenga liri nanziga kakati nabano kyebaliko. How do you set exams? Who will recognize your certificates?
No one.
Baba recruiting and mubano bali recruiting for schools, but we cannot gamble with education.
Yes, we can't. If the
newspapers collapse, let it collapse. Let it start a school. But I'm telling you, these children are being recruited by schools.
Okay.
Yes. Because how would you have a certificate that is only recognized by a newspaper?
By newspaper. Tamale today,
if these boys had left to do something, I left the State House, I do not take up the appointment in the President's office. I thought they would give me freedom. Why do you suffocate me? We want him to come. The man says, arrogantly, you are dealing with a Musambwa. You cannot defeat a Musambwa. You studied the losses you have made. Have you ever made those losses before? Professor, you rightly pointed it to him. You laid the stones by grabbing this man's money, and you fell on the carpet. That's what the professor told him. I'm battling only one man. There is no question, if I'm killed, they will divert. There is only one man who is after me because of I'm standing between their business and the presidential ambitions of this group. And there is one of them who has run away from their meetings. Gentlemen, Amulani was convicted on earlier tapes. Before you ran away from these meetings, you had already participated in earlier discussions. So, Mr. Kamani, by running away you were going to be convicted on earlier recordings they had when he attended. No percent China, no percent Oman, no percent no, you were convicted like others. When you impregnate a girl, you cannot solve the matter by running away. Even Uganda says, on Ogomazambiro, attend meetings as usual. You are going to be convicted.
Okay.
The
legality of Uganda Land Board. The president is saying
people had given me opportunity, have a lot of time, I write books, and the people want my books. But where I want to get it bookshop. You go to the bookshop, people will be talking about demanding.
What are you answering?
Yes. If what's the president of a modern machine, to garden, mirroring before you, are you a king? My friend, are you a king? Even my calendar is not allowed to postulate to be fake king. A man cannot postulate to be fake king.
Okay.
I'm a man. Kakati mwebintu ebisinga obungi. The president legal advisors don't tell him. Nga president mbadde mujozeza ku mwana. That girl, that boy was arrested in 2014.
Ono gwe bagamba yatta Desire Mirembe.
Gashumba was arguing as if it was yesterday. The boy was arrested in 2014, released by the police. He carried that, he was an undergraduate. Spent 5 years during his medical degree.
Yes.
Nobody bothered about him.
Yes.
He went and worked in a government hospital as the law requires. Nobody bothered him. When they knew that there was remaining one ministry of justice and Museveni could give it to Bagemeire, they picked it. The public is watching you. The public is watching you. Yes.
Okay.
Why? For me, I looked at the president. The president appointed you to assist him.
Yes.
What you don't do is rugesi. Like the way Nabanja did. And Nabanja had been approached, they fight her, but they had been approaching her. Nabanja Kereva stayed out of this battle. Said, me, I know Mirundi, the type of Kalakit. Now, Katwale, me, Sindi Kanu. Nabanja, you came to advise the president.
Yes.
Even if the president makes an outburst, he's a normal man. Museveni is jovial. What Museveni doesn't want is rugezi.
Okay.
You get an opportunity, go to him and explain.
And explain.
Nenze nabala banga. Era Museveni yakubuuza. Who directed you? No. Is it true? You have edited, you right? Yes. Kubanga nze banwanyisa nnyo. Then I came to know about him.
Okay.
Kakati bali gogundi be tebamubule nabaga nti the first casualty Museveni suffered was his statement had suffered a contempt card. This vision came later okuchi discussing after telling them kubanga balwana bawamba amawulire.
Yes, yeah.
Museveni tayina mawulire bakola amawulire nanyini buyinza sente najja naziyolawo abalala bamukole tulimbwazo. Kakati today, can Museveni fight Buganda
Land Board?
I compared this situation to Obote's situation. Obote wanted to tame the violence of Kabaka Yeka. What he did, Obote, Parliament set up a parliamentary committee to investigate atrocities of Kabaka Yeka. Because Abakabaka Kabali Bataba UPC after the launching of UPC Buganda.
Okay.
And Aganungi food. The Kabaka Ikaya Naviranga Buganda. Kakati, Akachiko Bekatwa report. Abakabaka Ikana Bali Bagalu Kuja Kubot. diverted the motion to Masiro Gawa, to Masanga Congo, ne Golod. Obote almost lost. Singate yaina maji. Obote bali bamukubi. Parliament had successfully put Obote aside. They had appointed an interim gundi, Katikiro, Gulesi Ibindira.
Okay.
Singo Obote tiyeyambisa force bali bamuwambi. Yes, he moved in, grabbed the ministers mu cabinet. Naleta gundi. Kakati Obote yali koze ekintu kimu. Yali gani let us register political parties and they must have a national character. Kabaka yikati yali baddewo. Tiyali kuli
yali badevuddemu ki?
Two,
yali yawo no central yokka.
Why do you want to ban a party, arrest those perpetrators of crimes? Naye omusajja atya mukazi we akola ki? Akuba bwamulirano nti yamutambuza. Yasoma diguli.
Eyokutambuza.
Obote instead of confronting him at that time, this was before 66, yasalawo awere kabaka yikabayiro. Instead of arresting the kabaka yika people.
Okay.
Instead of arresting the Buganda land agents who are causing mayhem in Buganda, Museveni is looking at
the land board.
Are these Buganda land board agents who are terrorizing Buganda not arrestable? Do they enjoy diplomatic immunity?
No, tebalogulwa mateeka.
Yes. Nyai cannot quarrel with it because ababasajja bagezi nnyo. Bazanya Museveni ekintu kimu. In 1955, the Namirembe Agreement, the Kabaka was divorced from politics. And they said the power was vested in an elected Katikiro and an elected Lukiiko. Mutesa nga takyalina ki?
Takyalina buwogerero.
Takyalina buyinza.